Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the Lanes in the Rains, two great maps. Roulette Lane followed up by one of my favorite maps, the Bloody Lane. So these maps, like you see them in the sun, will now be in the rain tonight. It'll be great, exciting to see this match at the end of this week. Thanks to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. You can see all the perks and prices there. Thank you. Our teams for today, on the Confederate side, we have 2nd Corps, MSG, Mississippi Brigade, Shenandoah Regulars, 7th Louisiana, and the 1st Virginia Cavalry, whereas on the Union side, we have I Corps, Jackson's Division, Irish Volunteer Brigade, and 9th Corps. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the Lanes in the Rains. And here we are live on the battlefield, a little rain in the lanes tonight. I'm very excited to see you got a little bit of rain here. The glorious men of the Union standing here. I mean, while we wait here, I mean, some great, beautiful shots here. Like, look at that. Confederates are approaching on the far right side, what they historically do. So excited for tonight. Confederates are actually, for the most part, just holding out in the distance. It looks like they're forming up here. Now starting to move out. 2nd Corps is out in front. Many recognizable names. Such. Oh, where'd he go? There's Corden. Look at him go. What a guy. Rest of the CSA getting up to speed here. You still have some CSA still in the spawn. Let's dox them here. You have
may not shoot there, but they possibly will.
Shenandoah Valley Regulars and 1st VA Cavs now moving out as well. Shots beginning to occur here on the wall. And you got 9th Corps IVB holding down at the wall, starting to take shots. You see I Corps here holding up on the top of the hill, getting shots. And you see 9th Corps, you got JD and some I Corps battery. A lot of Union battery with JD on the far left side. Quickly before anything charges, we got about 230-man server here. CSA outnumbered the Union by 10, and Union has 20 men on artillery. We're almost 30-man, a 30-man difference here between infantry. The CSA should have barely any problems winning any charge, and the Union better be using these guns effectively, because I mean this is a 30-man infantry imbalance, which that's just crazy. But got 7th LA, MSG, MB forming up here in the woods. Formless Nut giving a good old inspirational speech there to his men, while 2nd Corps and 1st V Cavs laying down some fire.
Follow my left shoulder, and oh, look at that. We see targets. I see targets. I see targets.
For some reason, the Shenandoah Valley Regulars still holding out in the distance. I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, so maybe a 25-man imbalance with our infantry here. 1st VA Cav is the first one out. They're really exposed themselves. They're trying to get shots. I mean, from up top it might look like easier shots, but when you go down here, right? These are hard shots. Of course, Union's not going to be able to see you as well, but you aren't going to be able to see them as well. They're just very, very hard shots. Shenandoah Valley Regulars shooting from a distance. JD repositioning themselves on this straight fence here by this glorious house, which hasn't really seen a whole lot of fighting recently. I miss the days when that was the case. Actually, it looks like IVB's kind of shifted up the hill. 9th Corps is returning to that position. And here goes CSA. They're starting to charge. IVB firing there. Might be, they'll have time to get the rolls. IVB moving in as CSA is trying to do a two-pronged attack here. CSA outnumbering the Union by over 25 here. And so should be no reason why the CSA loses this. But that's why you do the charge, just in case. Union holding decently so far on the bottom side. Top side, though, CSA have laying outnumbered the Union. And it really looks like CSA is going to take the top of this hill very quickly. Union have won on the bottom side of the hill. There's a couple stragglers left, but Union artillery has no guns facing to their right here. And CSA has a couple of guys. They're going up and over now. They got to turn these guns toward them and start hitting them. But these CSA guys are going up and over, charging right at the artillery. 9th Corps IVB still holding, kind of shooting at a bunch of spread out CSA guys here. But CSA is going to get a lot of skirmishing and out of lines here. IVB starting to turn up the side of the hill. Actually, this is 9th Corps. And will they be able to hold? IVB turning around now. Union respawns getting in. Actually, that's just artillery running away. We got Buzz back here. Glad to see you back. But Union's going to encircle the CSA that are up top. A couple CSA still alive. You have them at the bottom of the hill. You still have 2nd Corps in force back here shooting. I'm surprised they aren't moving up there. Of course, they might get wiped. They're outnumbered, but still, you do have one CSA guy still alive here. Where'd he go? Oh, yeah, here he is.
Why did you kill? What the? Oh, there's a rabbit here. There's a rabbit alive. Rabbit alive.
No way he gets away. Ah, what a kill by Damper. What a streak, though, by that guy. Beautiful. So Union's holding after that first charge. They're down on tickets. That's no surprise. We saw artillery kind of get... I mean, that's the infantry-wise, they probably took even casualties in the end. USA probably took a little more ticket loss, but... I mean, the artillery did not help at all with that charge. I don't know how effective they've been the whole game, though. SR now up here alongside MSG. They're taking shots. That's to the advantage of the Union, though, because Union just has just a more superior position. But Union's returning back to their original positions. No surprise. It looks like they're more clumping up, though, on the bottom of this hill. CSA is kind of spread up into 3 groups. This new pronged over here. Preacher's taking his guys around. They don't have a flag. But CSA now just reforming. I'm intrigued to see where they're going to go. I'm surprised that this is out front like this. I mean, you still have guys holding here. That being the Shenandoah Valley Regulars. And then first VA Cav is trying to flank around.
Skirmish tickets or worse or better.
I don't know why SR's all by themselves there. But first VA Cav going up and over here. Confederates starting to, I don't know if they're charging or going into the woods. It looks like they're going to charge in again, except for this time, most of them going up the hill. First VA Cav going to kind of get a flank. That might distract enough Union, but we'll see. 2nd Corps out in front, leading this charge. So instead of going straight at the Union, they're going to try to get around their side. Looks like there might be some charging happening on the bottom side of the hill as well. You see charging happening there. More Confederates starting to reinforce. A little late with this charge, though. And then some of those guys are sitting back there and shooting. I don't know why they're shooting from far away. Okay, get up close in the action, get some shots. But they're all charging in now. Just like last time, we're going to see the top of the hill easily taken by the Confederates. Down on the bottom hill, definitely a lot closer than last time. Well, Confederates now hitting a gauge, but these tickets are going to start draining for the Union here. Just because Union's kind of spread out in disarray, and Confederates are going to be charging out. this Union. I mean, when you have a big infantry difference like this, I'm surprised none of these guns are turned to the right side. After this charge is done, I'm going to switch to the CSA side so we don't see these artillery overtaken messages.
Watch out! Get
But Confederates holding up on artillery now. Union winning on the bottom of the hill, turning up to the top. You see 9th Corps here charging. They're going to try to wipe these guys out. It's going to kind of be close. Union spawns. They look kind of spread out. Artillery's just kind of sitting there. And where will these Confederates go? What will they do? They wipe 9th Corps. And now it looks like IVB's turning up to the top of the hill.
Behind. They're still
Come on,
charging.
back to the fence, back to the fence. Come on.
CSA is falling back to the fence, get a little more secure position, trying not to get encircled here as Union's just kind of forming up. They're kind of giving this whole position to the CSA as of now. What a trade. But I mean, these like remaining few guys dying here, like out of line kill there. It's just the effects of the end of the charge. So more 9th Corps guys. I see I Corps here, mostly I Corps pulling up. The artillery returning to their guns, now turning it to the right side.
What's the east?
Press T.
How do I see where my compass is?
Press T. They're being east, southeast.
I'm
Main
hitting
clear
T.
that
I
gun
don't see
barrel.
it.
What do you need? What you need?
I'm guessing the troll has ensued. But a lot of dead Union on the ground. I actually have my bodies turned up because I'm the only one broadcasting this. I don't have to run Discord as an application, so. Point ticking down. Confederates are on point. The question is who's on point. 7th LA, they're pulling off though. First VA Cavs kind of going around the side. If you didn't know, these guys are on the point of contention. Some of that side of the fence can be on point, but because the Union took kind of a while to get back to their positions, the Confederates now have complete control of the lane and everywhere. Union's about to hit taking losses here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Confederates kind of try to charge in, knock them down to breaking. You have MSG, MB. I see Venom here from GB. There we go. That was the first artillery decent shot we've seen game. That actually kind of knocked out a good chunk of this force. And Union's counter-charging out on this flank. They have to retake the ground or else they're gonna die. They really are. Because if they just sit there in the open, they're going to get shot up. It's not going to be good. Union killing that charge on the left, thanks to artillery. Some fighting still engaging on this flank. IVB, 9th Corps, it's really everyone's here. No singular person in particular engaging. And the Confederates, looks like they're starting to fall back here, but, I mean, they're half a morale stage ahead. But what can you expect on Roulette Lane when you're down by that many infantry? You have a couple guys still up here. Preacher's boys.
I got your flag, you fucking retard. Get fucked.
Who's up? Who wants some? Who wants some? Get some.
I want some. Bye-bye. I wanted some. Bye-bye.
I love that. Great part about War of Rights here. So both sides are quickly reforming. Let's change our teams here so we don't get the artillery message anymore. That went a lot quicker than what I thought it would. But yeah, Union did exactly what they need to do there. Turtling can be hard on this map. The best Union place to turtle is all the way over there, directly in the center of your screen. However, that can be boring, and I think CSA is going to win this eventually because shooting them down for 30-some minutes. It'll be crazy. CSA moving out from spawn, getting all the way to the right side. Union trying to hit these guys here, SR, as if they've been here the whole game. number still 20 man in balance, and then you have 14 men in artillery, so that's 35 men right there. So no surprise about what we're seeing here. We'll probably see some balancing occur in between the rounds, my guess. That would be the hope anyways. Some Union guys moving up to kind of regain tickets here. JD, artillery, missing to the right.
Enemy already?
There is no enemy already.
Okay. Okay. We're a little close.
They just pinned that. They just like hammered that position. The artillery maybe getting 1 or 2 kill. Maybe the infantry got that though. I don't know. 7th LA. Gonna try to go around the deep side here. Flank around, and we see a Union pushing up here. 9th Corps. What a move here. It looks like they're just. This is intriguing. I don't know if they're just trying to have fun at this point. A lot of them dying. They're preemptively countercharging. That forces the Confederates down to taking losses, but I mean, yeah, no, this maybe they're just trying to hit them while they're still reforming. But Union's about to hit breaking. But I-Corps is shifting down from the top of the hill. You actually have the Union going all the way over here, that being IVB.
Hey guys, you want to play house with me? Welcome to my home. You take the side door. Wow, you're a dickhead. You shot me in my own house. What are you doing?
Wow, Artie's so useful. They fucking team kill rich people and then they claim they win the fucking game for us.
Shot your homeowner. Typical Yankee scum. Killing the homeowner.
Union is 100% just having fun at this point.
Black, get on board. Black, get on the board.
So IVB has taken the house. So even if Union might lose this point, IVB is going to encircle them. Union hit breaking. I-Corps pulling back up the hill. And Confederates should just be able to cap this and win. I want to hear what's happening over here. It's kind of dark in here, but... Confederates on point, charging on top of the hill. Union looks like I-Corps, probably some JD, because we saw JD charge in with I-Corps. They're going to do a little bit of flanking. Let's see how the Confederates react. They react pretty well. But, I mean, yeah. IVB's now charging out. Here we go. CSA respawns just kind of charging in. Everyone knows the match is over. You can't win with that big of an imbalance.
Friendly coming in. I know we're recording live.
Thank you for that potato soup. Hey. Yeah, what a beautiful attempt there by the Union. Oh, the flag bearer. MJ is gonna win this game for his team. They're actually not killing him. Oh, they killed the guy next to him. But that is our Roulette Lane match tonight. I mean, no comments can be made for it. I mean, when you have that big of an imbalance, especially when you have like 15, 20 guys on artillery, you know, that's just, it is what it is. But that was still entertaining. Union made it fun, especially towards the end. So, what a quick round that was. I'm intrigued to see what the casualties are. I gotta guess sub maybe 400. That might be a little too extreme on those numbers, though. But yeah. Excited to see the counterpart, the other lane, Bloody Lane. I don't know why I said 400 casualties. That was insanely small. But yeah, good first round for what it was. Good to watch, fun to watch. With that being said, we'll see you in the second round. And here we are live in the second match. The other lane, the Bloody Lane. It's going to be great. So, they fixed the numbers. It's a 5-man imbalance in favor of the Union, which after last round isn't the worst thing to see here. You had about 6 guys on CSA artillery. So overall, we got about an 11-man in balance. Thank you first, Virginia Cavalry, for balancing over here. Very appreciated. For those who are wondering where CSA artillery is, it's a little ways away. On this artillery, though, we got MSB, we got Venom here, and the Mississippi Brigade. Lovely to see. Now, it'll be intriguing to see what the CSA does. Normally, we see the Union go down this far right side with the Buck and Ball, the 69th New York. What a great regiment. The weather suddenly changed here on this battlefield. As you know from the historical, this battle, it just changed once they came to this fight. But 5th VA Cav starting to get shots. Historically, what I've seen is CSA will try to hold back here in the corn, and that is the worst place to be. Because Union can get up on that nice snake fence and shoot you to oblivion. Get up on that snake fence, at least contest it. It's great and beautiful. The rest of the CSA starting to make their way down to the right side. A decent amount of CSA holding in the center. Union forming up here, getting ready to go. Major Sevi here in front with the Irish Volunteer Brigade. Their map. Turtle now taking the lead for the Irish Volunteer Brigade, and here they go. The Union. Confederates starting to take shots, not all of them yet. What a time to be alive. Not a lot of Confederates on the snake fence. They're falling back almost instantly. So instead of Confederates going in the corn, you have a couple of them in the corn. A decent amount of them have decided to go to the right side. Union just up and overing. And they're going straight in for it. Union's a lot of guys still pouring in here. And 7th LA falling back almost instantly. I like it. Because that's just going to be a big ticket drain. They pulled out right away, making sure they're not dying and skirmishing out of line. Some Union guys pushing up here, but Confederates ahead of tickets, not terribly surprising, as Union had to secure this position. Some Union beginning to go down the road. CSA repositioning, turning off the snake straight fence corner, and going up and over behind their friendlies. Union up against the snake fence. What an intriguing fight we've seen. First VA Cavs was the one going down the road. They're starting to take shots. CSA slowly giving up ground. You actually have the Shenandoah Valley Regulars up here. I don't know what they're doing up here, but yeah. Union starting to inch down this fence. But CSA's putting up a heck of a fight so far. I mean, Union's down about 25%. Of course, the fight has just begun. 5 minutes into it, Union's got that buck and ball. I think CSA might have buck and ball as well, but I don't entirely know. I don't play CSA. Stars character model having a little bit of fun there. But my guess, Union slowly reforming. They have a bunch of guys running down from spawn. CSA artillery actually getting one kill there. One out of line with that shot. Looks like Union's just reforming as they're waiting to go. Holding out in the corn, 7th LA is kind of behind the 5th VA, MSG here as well. And you see MB holding here. Well, these guys get shot to their left. Shenandoah Valley Regulars getting team killed here.
Shut the fuck up, Toaster! Hold fire, Brigade!
So, MSG 5th VA kind of far out in front compared to their friendlies. A little risky. A little risky. A little risky indeed. Union, though, really hasn't made a move. We have Mr. HUD here. Gets one kill.
Enemy in the corner, enemies in the corner.
Someone's gone for rivets.
Get him, I'm biking.
Collector was.
Flag, can you hold there and hold? Blue flag, hold.
Confederate artillery trying to get in closer, overshooting again.
You're my flag bearer, stop running away. Christ almighty.
Union's just slowly inching down this fence, trying to use their buck and ball. What a nice, relaxing song to play right now. I don't know who's playing it, but thank you. It's a very relaxing song. 5th VA, MSG pulling back a little further as Union's just inching down this fenceway. Oh crap, I missed this. 7th LA just charged right into the middle of the Union, and I just completely oblivious to it. I wasn't even expecting it. What a play. That knocked the middle of this Union line pretty much out. Still a sizable force. You have 9th Corps reforming up on this side. They're trying to get shots over here. This spot wouldn't necessarily be bad, but really liked what 7th LA did there. I don't know where Confederate artillery is shooting, but wow, what a play. 9th Corps is starting to shift their guys over to the straight fence. I mean, not a bad idea. I mean, 7th LA just kind of punched through your line there. You could kind of reforming on this other side. You're still going to get nice shots. CSA might have some better shots, but regardless of that fact. It looks like we're going to see 7th LA going again. Union hitting engage. CSA not that far behind though. Got HUD up here, but they're holding. So they got a couple kills there. I don't know why they just didn't charge in right away. Charge up, get your shots. I mean, point blank, you're going to get a lot more kills. Sure, you might die a lot. Maybe that's just what they're trying to avoid, is getting in a melee or getting too close with buck and ball. That could be it as well. But then why would they charge in the first time? I mean, Union still greatly in this game. Almost 10 minutes into it. Who's up on the top of the hill here? Savvy looks like he's reforming with his gun.
Right in the open field, on me, let's go.
Alright, let's follow him.
Okay, we're gonna form a line in the open. One man space, independent fire. Yes, we are a distraction. Form line, independent fire. One man space. What is this? No, one man space.
So it looks like IVB trying to be more of a distractionary force. 7th LA kind of runs up close again, get their shots, and go back. Union's got to be able to respond to this eventually. They've done this now 3 times, I think we've seen. And these rambles are going to kill the CSA. CSA going down to engaged. Yeah, what the... CSA guy just like... I don't know if he spawned in there or whatever, but... who's all the way out here for the Confederacy? Am I surprised? No. They're crouching all the way over here. Are they going to start shooting? Red artillery getting close. 7th LA going in again. Looks like JD's going up and over, and they're going to charge forward. Confederates giving up the ground almost instantly. They are trying to avoid casualties. IVB coming down from the open field. So Confederates are doing the Buford tactic, holding off for a while and then retreating a little bit, giving up a little bit of ground and then trying to hold again. But because Union's gone this far, it should be no surprise that they'll keep going. I mean, the whole Union team inching their way down this fence. The big thing is, will the CSA turtle? Or they try to fight this out. I mean, those Union shots devastating on the CSA. The guy who just hopped on the top of the fence getting destroyed. And you can hear Mike here from the MSG saying to fall back. 7th LA wanting to go around this flank again. There's no Union here. They're all to their left. Where will they go, though? Confederates falling really far back to the left. Decent volley. Looks like they got about 3 or 4 kills in that center line. Union's turning around the charge here. That being I-Corps. And the ticket levels are about even again. Maybe CSA is ahead a little bit, but we are essentially dead even. Confederates splitting off into 3 groups here. Of course, you have 7th LA over here as kind of that 4th group. But you have Mississippi Brigade forming up by the trees, MSG to the left, and then on the far left side you see 2nd Corps. Where will Union try to attack? They can't go far in the corn. That's out of bounds for them. They're going to probably try to go around this right side, hit 2nd Corps, but will 2nd Corps turtle? That is the billion-dollar question. Now, yeah, Prattley looks like 9th Corps is following.
Shoot that
To
off.
the right. To the right.
Run.
Good artillery. I don't know where they're shooting. Of course, it's a hard spot for them, but Tall Gray going down. So, where is MB going? This is so risky by MB. I don't know if they're trying to go up and over or something, but the whole Union team's right to your light. 7th Louisiana running up doing a volley again. The whole Union team appears to be kind of shifting back to this left side. 9th Corps looks like they kind of push up the. I wonder if the Union plan is, 7th LA keeps hitting us here. So let's all group up here and wait for them to come and then countercharge them out. You know that could be a huge opportunity for the Union to catch up on tickets. IVB not holding straight up against the snake fence. Interesting idea. I-Corps is holding back. I guess it's not. It kind of makes sense. Pull yourself back a little bit. They won't be able to see you as quickly as they normally would if you were on the snake fence. This I-Corps group is kind of forming onto those right rocks. They're going to get shots. I'm guessing that's 1st VCAV in the back making their way to that left side. I'll actually most of the Unions not really holding up against the snake fence. Let's hear what 7th LA is trying to say.
Fuck up, gentlemen.
He told us to cry. What are we yelling?
He's nuts.
They're yelling, you ain't 7th, you ain't shit.
So yeah, they're still holding there. Some Confederates have actually started to shift down to the point. It's MB's holding out there. Looks like MSG probably went over with 2nd Corps. Here comes 7th LA. You can see 9th Corps kind of in the distance. Right as the Union turns around, 7th LA is going to get in their back. Getting a couple there.
We got a volley from the rear.
No, we didn't. I'm still alive.
Yeah, we did. Southeast.
Southeast character is having a heart attack, and IVB is going to shift back. More rain coming down here. Looks like shots still being engaged over here, that being 9th Corps and 1st VCAV. They're kind of getting lit up, though. A lot of CSA shooting their direction. More rain coming down as we progress in this battlefield. I mean, someone just... I thought someone hit the flag. Wow. What a beautiful game. IVB volleying, getting a couple hits here.
Volley in the east.
Flag guard, come back here. Flag bearer, come back here.
Back it up, back it up.
They're shooting at that flag. 7th LA starting to pull back. Union's down on tickets right now. We're about 15 minutes into this match. I-Corps is starting to shift down this fence kind of towards the point. For now, I mean, and the 7th LA's, I don't know how much 7th LA is distracting the Union, but IVB is starting to shift down. They're going down the middle. I-Corps is kind of shooting on top of them. Are they capping? That is the Big question.
IVB's moving up, y'all.
I-Corps is following IVB. Point is being capped by the Union. As MB, what are we doing? What are we doing, MB? I mean, that's just going to be a net loss. Great job, shots by IVB. But MB, what are you doing there? You should not be engaging the Union. Looks like MSG is now going to try to shift over to help MB. Yeah, it's all MSG there. MB essentially got wiped over there. Looks like these guys kind of got pushed back. You could kind of see that lightning strike. There's like a big white bar over there or something. Interesting, but MSG is going up. They're going to try to engage IVB, the 69th, with the buck and ball. I don't know why you're doing that. The second corps is kind of taking the position we saw MSG in a moment ago. Looks like JD 9th Corps holding off on this left side. Sorry, I-Corps holding up in front with 9th Corps. JD's holding off to the left. First VA Cav, they're going to get hit from the side. Oh, wait. No, they see him. They see him. First VA Cavs getting their shots off. I don't know if they're hitting. But Union capped the point. And first VA Cav kind of pulling up the fence right there. 7th LA is going to go forward now. And wipe the first VA Cav. Wow, what a way to go. MSG, did they pull back? Nope. MSG, looks like they kind of gotten out. They got beaten out by IVB. A lot of 9th Corps is actually holding up on top there. That was I-Corps there, but 7th LA is hitting at the right time. Like you could, oh man, I need to point that out. But 7th LA is hitting at the right time, at the right place. Whether that be luck or accident, they're doing a pretty dang good job. Yeah, you can kind of see the if it lightning strikes again, you can. I'll just zoom in here. You could see 9th Corps is kind of charging out the 5th VA there. And they are going to keep going. You have more CSA. SR. Will they fall back? The $1 million question. No, they're just holding in the open. I guess 5th VA joining up with them. But why are they holding in the open? Why aren't they getting up on those rocks? I'm so confused by that. 2nd Corps is kind of pulling back. MB, MSG, they're kind of going down the middle. You have 7th LA, Cajun still holding that way. Lightning. 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 Yeah, it's like a streak. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why these guys are sitting in the open. If 5th VA falling back and the Shenandoah Valley regular guys are just causing their team to lose tickets. Of course, their tickets don't matter a whole lot right now. Seeing as they'll go up to the attackers total because they're ahead, or if they're down on tickets, they'll go up to the percentage of tickets that the attackers are at. But since CSA's ahead, if they recap now, they won't regain any. 9th Corps is actually charging out. Great shot, Prowley. And they're going to keep going.
Dukes and stab.
So, the thing is, CSA, they got to retake this point as quickly as possible. For a lot of reasons, right? If you're ahead on tickets, like the CSA has been, you want to keep that lead. And so you want to retake the point as possible and not kind of sit back, have failed mini charges or stuff like happening on the left that we just saw. Because then you'll get behind the Union on tickets. That's not good. But if you're behind on tickets, you want to be able to recap and go up to the highest percentage of tickets that you can be at. You need to have as many tickets as possible. And the longer this counterattack goes, both sides are losing tickets. The Union, who's the attacking team, is going to have less tickets overall. And you'll go up to their lesser overall percentage of tickets. So instead of, for example, at the beginning of this counterattack, both sides were at engaged. If CSA was down, they'd still be at engaged. But now if CSA retakes the point, they'll be at taking losses. And that black timer is still going to tick off at 27 minutes when we see this recap. So that's kind of a very rush-through explanation. But 7th LA, 2nd Corps, they're charging in. 1st VA Cav is going to get absolutely swallowed up here by the CSA. A lot of those shots are going to be wasted, though. Maybe killing some time there. Union holding down these 2 snake fences. Here comes IVB. IVB is actually going to charge up here. Is the rest of the Union charging in? No, they're not. Looks like IVB is just trying to hit a forward position. They're getting off plenty of great shots here, but they are numbered. A lot of the CSA now starting to move in. Looks like 9th Corps is kind of taking shots here. Who has... I see you, British. It's like, who has that BLN Tarragon? IVB gets wiped in the end. They're just terribly outnumbered, but they got a lot of good shots in. Union getting that flag out. Well done by him. But here we go. So about 7 minutes left. CSA's got... they're kind of outnumbered right now. So MSG now moving in. Rest of the CSA following. Look at it. Look at all these CSA guys just charging in piecemeal. That is one thing you do not want on a game like this. And the Union shots are spectacular. I mean, CSA has been trying. It's hard to take this point as CSA with all the buck and ball the Union's got. But it really just looks like CSA's doesn't want to charge them out. They're just trying to get a foothold, get flags in. But when you're being shot at by, I don't know, 100-some guys with buck and ball, that can be a little difficult. Shenandoah Valley Regulars, not with their team, not trying to help, just running off in the corn by themselves. The CSA needs all the firepower over there and help they can get, and these guys are going to just run around from behind, maybe get a one or two kills. Cheeto sees them, though. I think he does anyway. Here's help. I haven't seen this man in a while. Good to see him. A sharpshooter indeed. Rest in peace to help. But CSA now down on a tickets, about a 4th of a morale stage. Cheeto's starting to shift guys over. IVB, Spurious, and Paisley charging.
Yeah, fuck you pussies.
Well, they got that kill. There we go. Almost 5 minutes left in the counterattack phase. CSA failed to really do anything there. So favors are not in their direction right now as they are reforming here. This is giving Union plenty of time to reform, reposition, re-strategize. I don't know if you need to strategize much. Why was there a flag there? I remember the guy just died there recently, but looks like IVB's pushing out to the far left. Looks maybe they'll try to wrap around and hold where we saw them earlier. You have 9th Corps to the left, I Corps, and JD on this right side. I don't know where 1st VA Cav is. It could be back here. Oh, actually, I don't know where they are. 1st VA Cav probably in the mix somewhere. Oh, there they are. Look at that. Look at them go. Preacher sword up front. There they go. So they're intriguing. CSA and kind of you saw that streak. I wonder what that is. But 7th LA we're forming up on that tree. MSG, MB. I see some SR tags there. Actually, SR's kind of holding in there with MB. So MSG, MB kind of a little separate. But 2nd Corps is starting to move out.
I have tickets, baby.
I mean, the thing is with that is that just slowed you guys down a little. 1st VA Cavs trying to do a charge out. The whole CSA team trying to collapse here on this flank. IVB is going to hit 7th LA from the side, and I don't know if they're going to realize. MSG MB taking shots from a distance. 7th LA now engaging IVB. 2nd Corps is trying to charge down this side here. Confederate's going down the braking. About 3.5 minutes left. And Union dominating this charge. Of course, they got buck and ball, but one big reason the CSA lost is because MSG, MB, SR have sat back and are now charging in all by themselves. And they're just going to get absolutely slaughtered here by the whole Union team, who's now charging them out. You knock CSA down in the final push, that gold timer can go down. And you can win even quicker. Almost makes you wonder what would have happened if there were balanced teams last time, but of course, we don't know. You never know. CSA won. But a lot of CSA Rambos still out here. Just kind of, I mean, it looks like, I don't know what this guy was doing, but, oh, he's just trying to get the flag. It looked like he was spam crouching. It's like, what are you teabagging? But Union's almost, I had a whole morale stage. CSA, at this point, they're just going to be gunning it to point. They're going to hit final push here soon. Question is, are these guys just going to go right in? That being 7th LA, it looks like they are. A couple IVB, first VA Cav guys on the fence.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Nice double team on that one guy. 7th LA, they're kind of going in. I mean, maybe they're just repositioning right on the corn. The whole Union team is formed up in the center, and CSA reforming at main. Looks like they're starting to move out now, but I mean that was about a good 45 seconds sitting there. So they got one good charge left in them, and I think that's what their plan was before they just kind of grog and go. I haven't said that in a long time, but grog and go. Beautiful shot. Artillery finally getting the shot in. The second shot, I think, this whole game I've seen them hit good. Who's pushing up? None other than the Irish Volunteer Brigade. They're going to try to get these guys out while they're out in front. I like the strategy. Sevi up on the fence, getting pestle shots. 7th LA is going to kind of counter charge here. I don't know if on purpose or not. 1 minute left in the gold timer.
Oh my god.
But Cajun's going up and over. And 2nd Corps is going to try to charge in here. The rest of the CSA now charging in from the corn. And this will probably decide it. Both sides about to go down to their next stage. Union breaking. CSA final push. We'll see a message on our screen in a moment. It looks like Union's winning from this. They hit breaking though. There go the final push. And yeah, that's really not even close. 23 seconds left on my clock. A couple CSA guys that weren't in the charge, they're now getting in here, but they're just incredibly outnumbered. CSA artillery hitting everybody as we go to our last 10 seconds of a great Bloody Lane match. Actually, points going in favor of CSA, back in Union's favor. For a second, I thought they were going to be overtime. That would be really funny because I just said that this was a great Bloody Lane match. But yeah, great match. Union did exactly what they needed to do to win the game, and they won it pretty dang effectively. CSA, 7th Louisiana, especially early on, I loved what they did. They hit perfect timing there whenever they came forward and hit shots. So, well done to them. The rest of the CSA team, though, MSG, MB, SR, they need to charge with the rest of their team. I don't know what was going on there. Maybe just a miscommunication or something. SR was just off by themselves the whole time. I don't know what they were doing. But, yeah, 2 good quick rounds tonight. I enjoyed watching it. Very exciting. Intrigued to see what the casualties are. They're definitely going to ramp up at the end. It's kind of cool to see 7th Louisiana do that hit and run thing. But, yeah, great way to end this weekend. Thank you to everyone who broadcasted events this weekend. It was great. Thank you all for watching. Go below, hit the join button to support the channel. And, yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night, everyone.